to my first live stream. Here we go. Awesome. So thanks for joining. Going to do a market open live stream from the States, even though I'm in the UK, so it's 2:30ish here. Let's see if I can share my screen. You have to bear with me on this technology. Just got a new setup. So let's see how we get on. I wonder if you're getting some audio through yet.
I got to take some. I remember when it came public, of course, right here at the NYSE.
Oh,
and we're going to have Weber grills. I'm looking at
you have Yeti with
right
Weber.
Weber had a low. Weber actually reduced the amount of shares they're offering.
Just waiting.
There's people back outside again with the variant. I just bought a Weber. Love it.
Yeah.
But didn't have any of these features that we're going to talk about. It's not a full-featured Weber.
Got it.
It's very straightforward.
All right, that does it for a Jeopardy version of today's
Check you
Mad
guys out.
Dash. We got an opening bell coming up for you 5 minutes from now. Stay with
Drop a
us.
chat, say hi. Come flat for a second. Alright. See if I can share my screen. Right, let's have a look at what we're saying. Where did we finish off yesterday? Don't want to hear myself. Bring the mic around. That should be better now. No more monitoring audio. Alright, so we finished off yesterday. Let's look at the biggest losers first. So we had car down quite a bit, AMC down 11%. We had Body down 6%. Another bad day for Lucid, down 4%. Matterport, another one of mine, down 4%. Not looking good for these SPACs that have gone through. I'd have thought we'd have some good positive movement once the mergers had gone through, but doesn't look like that's the case there. Snowflake down, Workhorse down, Clover, the Momentums, Uber down. After earnings, WBA, another one on my portfolio, down 2%. Let's have a look from the other side. SoFi, massive move yesterday, 8%. Will they continue that today? We're 2 minutes away from the market open. Sorry, 3 minutes away from the market open here. We've got Tattooed Chef, fairly flat there, another retail favorite. We had Lemonade up 3%. I have a big position in Lemonade on mine. Torch up 4%. Snap 4.8%. 4.8%. Very good. We had Zoom Info, massive move on Zoom Info. For anybody that doesn't know, they provided a lot of the leads for SaaS companies. So a big technology play. Zoom, another one, moving well. Again, this is probably correlated to concerns that we're going to head back into a Delta environment in the States. I know that's quite a concern. I think the cases are climbing on there. Let's have a look at the COVID cases in the States, because I'm in a bit of a bubble here in the UK. Let's see what's happening in the States. So this is the UK. You can see that we're feeling quite confident here because the population's over 70% vaccinated. So you can see the cases are coming down. But let's see what the environment's like in the States. Let's see what the States... Yeah, so you can see they're on their parabolic part of the curve, which is not so great. So that probably explains why we're seeing a lot of movement out of recovery plays as people are starting to think, oh, are we going to go back into another dip? And we're seeing the likes of Zoom and stay-at-home plays doing well again. So, interesting. Let's switch back over to TV.
To 40, let's see. It goes
Just
to
make sure you guys are
4,700
getting
for
audio from this.
And to 4,900 from 4,600 for 2022.
Should be able to hear that. Let me know if the volume's
4,300 was
good.
contingent on a 1,910 year at year end, and we may not get there.
He did say that even he's figuring corporate tax increase, but the respect of this man, people want to know, why do we refer to him other than the fact he's just a
3-day win streak.
Well, this note broke at around 518, and the future spiked instantly when it broke. And that's the power of David Kostin and the rigor that he approaches it. I happen to love his work. Point blank, love his work. This is a very important note, David.
Okay. I'll make note of it.
His head is so big.
That is not true
Well,
at all.
Why didn't you say, yeah, Kostin's really good?
You say it all the time. What do I need to add my voice
I
to
think
that
it would have
for?
a good time for him to praise someone else.
I praise plenty of people.
All right, well, anyway.
I don't have to praise who you
Okay,
praise.
Matt.
Okay?
They call you Matt.
So a big part of cost
Their banter is
about
atrocious, huh?
lower than expected rates, but then
50
the other
seconds
half
on here
is
to market
better
open.
than expected earnings.
Yeah,
have a look.
but how about all the money that he sees on the side?
Come off of that for a second. Let's head on over here. Right, so if we can have a look, should be now open on here. See the movers. Alright, there we go. Ooh. Etsy. What happened with the earnings? So it's solid earnings. So second earnings was 68 cents per share versus 63 cents. Sales came as 529 versus 525. So the company posted 3 billion in consolidated gross merchandise sales. Fine. So there's a double beat, but just people are not happy. Huh? Active sellers increased by 67%. Active buyers increased by 50%. What did they give some outlook? Did they give? They're getting smacked. 12%. Damn. Got quite a bit of Etsy, as you can tell, so not too happy here. Heading into earnings, analysts expectations for Etsy projecting revenue and earning figures that were on the high side. Investors appear to be reassessing the growth potential of e-commerce, especially after the surge online spending during the pandemic. Okay, so this is, you know, we saw this with Netflix, and you're going to see with the likes of Roku as well, which I've got in my portfolio, where people are complaining that they feel like e-commerce isn't going to sustain the same growth as we saw elsewhere. Let's see if we can get back on the TV.
And then
Talk about Robin Hood.
What was the tie yesterday? 80, 85?
85. When will the Mimas come in to preserve this? Don't the Mimas have to come in? You know how they work. Let it come in a little,
right?
Sucker you in, and then
the
right to kiss her. A Hawaiian punch, David.
Guys, we did note at the top of the show that news that came on Qualcomm. Let me add a little bit of background here on what's going on.
That's not a big deal.
It's not. No, it's. I mean, it's a $3.5 billion. It's a $3.5 billion market value. Now it's worth about $4.1 billion, but it is an overbid. Qualcomm making an overbid for Veneer. You can see the stock is, of course, rising above.
Feel free to drop a chat if you want to see anything specific.
They have in a letter that was sent.
It's our first live stream,
company, but it's
so welcome.
Law. Trades here. You can see that. Magna is a Canadian company that already had a deal in place, but this is an 18% premium
Qualcomm down
above
1.68.
that deal.
And diversification
given the wherewithal of Qualcomm, the ability, of course, to pay, and it's all cash. As I said, Delaware company already in sale mode, and they have a partnership with them, by the way, that added to Veneer's market cap when it was announced.
Interesting one.
And they can unilaterally withdraw from that partnership. So, quick look at this.
Okay, let's come off of that. So Etsy was falling. Let's have a look at how the rest have started opening up. So Etsy was the biggest mover. Lemonade. Oh, another one. What's happened? Let's find out Lemonade earnings. Did they have the same impact? Let's have a look. So they had Q2 earnings as well yesterday. Loss of 55.6 million second quarter. 90 cents per share. Fine, so a slight miss, but that's the nature of the market we're in. You have to beat well and beat big to get any movement on the upside. Even if you beat okay or miss slightly, you're getting hammered. So you need to be switched on here. So yep, okay, that makes sense. They posted revenue 28.2. They beat on the rev, so there's a single beat. That's not good enough in this climate. That's not good enough. Lemonade, get your act together. But Lemonade's an interesting play. It's a long-term one for me. You got to look into what they're doing with the whole AI-based insurance. I know here in the UK, insurance is a pain and could do with a player like Lemonade. So it's definitely one I'm going to be holding for the long term. Looking like a red day today. I mean, you can tell that straight away. But look at the ones that are moving to the downside with negative earnings. Etsy and Lemonade, which we've looked at. Another one, Roku. On the downside, it's probably a similar thing to the Etsy environment. Let's have a look at, did Roku, they gave some earnings as well, yes, didn't they? Let's have a look at Roku. Yep, so they gave some quick Q2 results. Okay, so where's the earnings? Where you at? There we go. Good old CNBC. You're going to tell us how they did. Total revenue grew 81% year over year in the quarter, 645 million. Shares fell more than 8% after company reported second earnings that beat expectations but showed a slowdown in streaming TV viewing. Again, this is normal. What are people expecting? Like, these e-commerce plays and the stay-at-home plays are gonna have more viewership. The fact that they're beating on the financials should be enough, but that's the market we're in today. Now look at that. Earnings per share, 0.52 versus 0.3. That's almost, it's more than a triple there. Revenue significantly beat as well, so that's very shocking. Actually, is it shocking? Even Q1 earnings were the same. If you weren't beating strong and giving good guidance, so triple beat with good guidance, only then could you get a bit of a move upwards. Let's have a look at Robinhood. What's the hood saying in the hood? Let's look at a 5-minute chart. Settling down a little bit here, sitting at 62 versus the close was 70, wasn't it? So they've come down a little bit. Okay, we should add hood to this list as well if it's not on here. How could we not have hood? Not hoof, hood. Alright, that's done. What else have we got moving? So Etsy down 12, Hood down 11, Lemonade down 11, Roku down 6. Gone through those, we know why. Just posted a video, a separate one on Robinhood and what happened yesterday and what should we expect. So go check that out. As we can see, it's tumbled straight back down. I mean, it's phenomenal. Look at that. Let's see if we can go to a minute chart. Let's move in that quickly. Look at the holds. It's tiny. It's moving. Okay, so you got the Dow up 0.45 at the moment, S&P up 3.32. Pfizer's down slightly, BioNTech down 3%, Moderna's up 1%, Johnson & Johnson flat, AstraZeneca up 1%. For you crypto investors, don't forget that the London hard fork is supposed to be happening any moment now. I've got a video coming on that. There you go, it's now live. Way, wicked. Good stuff. So I'll be publishing that video so you can see kind of what this means. Should have posted it before we went live, but it will give you good content around what it means and actually what it means for Ethereum. And if you're invested in it, particularly, definitely something you want to be checking out. All right, let's head back over to
the original 94.
I know.
I'd take that.
I'll take it. I am taking it. I've got it.
You've got it?
Come on,
Yeah.
Moderna.
I'm going to go check my antibodies.
Okay, let me know. Let me know. I'd be curious too.
Because a friend of mine came down with had Moderna and came down with it. He and his wife.
Breakthrough case? Are they sick?
Breakthrough.
Are they sick?
101-degree temperature. I think that's sick.
Yeah, that's not good. Guys, on the M&A front, real quick, I mentioned this more because I want to reference the stock, but if you saw Moody's, it's a private company they're buying, or they're buying it from Daily Mail and General Trust, something called RMS. It's a leading provider of climate and natural disaster risk modeling servicing, serving the global property and casualty insurance and reinsurance industries. Obviously shows you the importance of getting data on climate and risk in general. But Jim, look at that stock. Moody's, I mean, take a guess. Well, you probably know. Market value of Moody's.
A lot of issuance.
Market value of Moody's.
80?
Yeah, almost.
All right,
72
let's come of that.
billion.
They're boring me there.
I mean, by the way, S&P.
All right, so let's go back to our list. So right, AMC flat, not much energy in the momentum plays at the moment. We've got Car up 2%, Torch 4%, decent move on Torch. We come to expect that now, up and down. Nvidia, sold out my Nvidia positions. Wishing I didn't now, started moving. But decent profit on Nvidia. Lucid up 1%, good, but we're off our 24 levels again, so not sure. Like, the investors are just waiting for. They just got to get a car out. They've got to get a car in production, give it to the influencers, let them test it, and then we're going to understand kind of where the market's appetite is for Lucid, whether they can be a decent sized competitor for Tesla. SoFi slightly down, probably in sympathy with Robinhood. Matterport up 3%. Good to see that. Matterport's such a good company, guys. We should do a deep dive on Matterport. It'd be good to go through their investment memorandum with you guys and have a look at their company presentation, because it's definitely going to be a player in the digitization of real estate. It's a massive space. When you look at the addressable market, it's definitely something that should be on your radar in your portfolios. Tesla flat. It's done pretty well this week, to be honest. Let's have a look at the Tesla chart. Let's have a look at good old Tesla. Yeah, so let's look at the daily. So we've had a good period here. I mean, from this, where we touch this moving average, we've climbed a good 24% there in 66 days there. So not bad going. It's a good move there. We'd want to see us now testing this resistance at the 777 level before we can start climbing and thinking about all-time highs at the 900 level. So we definitely want to see this move in. It's good. It had a good couple of day run, a bit of a cooling off here over the last kind of 3 periods. But it'd be good to see if we can start pushing that back up. So again, solid earnings. Just the market is not having it at the moment. Everything is a bit tentative. You can see here, last 2 earnings have beat. The stock's just pretty much been sideways. That's Tesla for you. But when it moves, it does move. It does these sprints. So you want to be in it to win it, as they say. Alright, what else we got moving? Okay, Etsy's recovering a little bit. We've got Neo flat again. I made the video on what's going on in China. So it's definitely making the US investors a bit nervy, and those in the Western world. Robinhood at 61 at the moment for those tracking Robinhood, fallen by 11.5% today so far. Flicking down here, it's a bit of a quiet one today. Definitely on the red side. Those that have kind of disappointed on earnings are getting absolutely smashed. Anybody doing anything good is like, you did all right, well done. So you really got to. I mean, I don't know what the market wants at the moment. I think they'll just kind of risk off. People are sitting on cash at the moment, waiting for the next move. They're not sure, particularly in the States, what's happening with the Delta variant. They're a bit concerned at how fast that's spreading. So let's see if we can get coin market cap up. Let's look at the crypto market while we're here. Okay, Bitcoin's come down to 37. Ethereum at 2,600, up 1%. I was expecting a bit more with the London fork having gone smoothly just now. Maybe it's going to move over the next 24 hours. What's happening with Bitcoin? Why can we not push on? Let's have a look at the Bitcoin chart. Where are we at? This is a daily on Bitcoin. Let's go to the 4-hourly. Yeah, so as you can see, we had a fake out from this resistance I set here at 39,300. It's just been rejected completely. It's actually fallen through the 38,000 mark as well. So not good at all. This is our next support level here, as you can see from this point here, and a bit of resistance support here. So let's hope we can build a structure here. You can see that on that latest 4-hourly candle. That's where we're trying to build some support around here. So that's what we want to be seeing. We want to be seeing us building that support around this level. We want to see Bitcoin consolidate around this level and make a meaningful test through here. Remember, the number of times you test this resistance, each time that resistance gets a little bit weaker, so there's more chance we can break through. So we really got to get through that again. So we went for it this time, but we've just fallen back down. We've got to get back with a bit more momentum, and then we can go and try test these all-time highs at the 40,000 and beyond. Okay, so if I just zoom out, this is the journey we've been on. Let's kind of go to the daily. Just to really recap what's happened since, let's go here, since Jan. So we had a phenomenal rise here. If you take that point there, you climbing, you go all the way up there. There's a massive increase there. Let's take our. So you've had a massive uprise there. We've kind of triggered back down. We've had a massive crash, which we've understood. We've leveled off around here. We've tried to break out. You can see where this, how far back this resistance goes. It's a very important level, even going back into May and early June. We had our fake out. We've come back down, and now we've got to go again. And this time we've got to break this 42,000 mark here. Really important that we do that. All right, so that was Bitcoin. Let's look at some of the altcoins. Let's do the biggest movers over the last 24 hours. Solana's got some energy. Theta's got some energy, but overall, no, not having it. Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 45%, strong. Market cap still 1.5 trillion, massive market cap. We didn't think we were going to be in this position 12 months ago, so it's not time to panic just yet. We've recovered nicely to the 14. Yeah, we're hovering around 37 with Bitcoin, but we've just got to get through and break that level again, and so we can build back up to those 60 marks. Who's the biggest movers over the last month? You can see these are all your big caps. You've got Chainlink, Polkadot. You can't go wrong with these. These are all protocols which have built good user bases, good product, and gone about it the right way. They've not tried to pump and get a whole load of social media fanfare and drive their price like that. They've gone and built stuff, and that's the important thing. Look at these. When things downturn, people opt to what's being built, what's tangible. Look at Binance. Look at, you got Stellar, Solana, all the ones we talk about with actual substance behind it. They're the ones doing well. All right, guys, that's it for a market open. It's been a bit of a ready one. Let's see how the day plays out. And don't forget to watch my video on what happened with Robinhood. And also, don't forget to watch the one that's going to come out on Ethereum, London Fork, and why that's important that you understand what's going on there. Really important for us to look at. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.